They call them fun boys. They'll say, we gotta have some fun boys in the section for Busta.
What about Busta Rhymes? I've definitely seen quite a few people not too happy about your story about Busta Rhymes.
Well, ain't nobody saying nothing to me.
I never heard of him.
Model dude, like a model guy. He be doing like some rapper and stuff. His name Don Benjamin. I'm out with Don Benjamin, and the club we ended up going to, Busta Rhymes in there. Oh, I knew about this like in 2012. I knew about this in 2012.
The internet is on fire again, this time with shocking claims linking Busta Rhymes, 50 Cent, Diddy, and Orlando Brown in a swirl of controversy that blurs the line between rumor, truth, and industry secrets. What started as playful online jabs has spiraled into explosive accusations about hidden lifestyles, violent behavior, and long-buried scandals that the hip-hop world never expected to resurface.
But if you notice, like, there's countless videos of Busta Rhymes getting mad at females for just being girls. This girl touched him one time, he go crazy, throw a drink on her and everything. See what I'm saying? Like, what? Why you getting mad at females? You go to these guys, they're in the club, go to their section. It's all men in the section.
The controversy surrounding Busta Rhymes exploded online after his former bodyguard, known as Big Homie CC, publicly accused the rapper of disturbing behavior behind the scenes. Behavior that, according to him, many insiders have quietly known about for years. In an interview on The Art of Dialogue, Big Homie CC painted a picture that completely contrasts with Busta's public persona of a confident, aggressive, hyper-masculine hip-hop icon. He claimed that whenever Busta showed up to a club or private event, promoters already knew the drill. They were expected to fill his VIP section with what he allegedly called fun boys, young, attractive men who would keep him entertained throughout the night. The bodyguard went on to say that this wasn't a one-time occurrence or even a rare request. It was routine. Every time Busta Rhymes entered the venue, he reportedly expected his crew to scout out the best-looking guys in the room and bring them straight to his table. Big Homie CC claimed that Busta's team took it seriously, suggesting that promoters and security staff were all complicit in keeping these demands quiet. What shocked viewers the most was the way Big Homie described the atmosphere around Busta, saying it was an open secret in the industry, something that everyone knew but no one dared to talk about out loud. When asked why no one had ever spoken up before, Big Homie didn't hesitate, because they all want to be in that section. His response hinted at a deeper issue within the celebrity world, one where proximity to fame and power often keeps people silent, even when the behavior crosses the line. The claims immediately went viral, with fans and critics flooding social media to question how such stories could have stayed buried for over a decade. Still, it's worth noting that these allegations are unverified and based solely on Big Homie CC's account. No direct evidence has surfaced, and Busta Rhymes himself has not publicly addressed or confirmed any of these claims. Yet the discussion has opened a wider debate about the blurred boundaries, secrecy, and moral contradictions that seem to exist within hip-hop's most exclusive circles. Following his initial claims, Big Homie CC went a step further by recounting a specific night that he says revealed exactly how Busta Rhymes allegedly operated behind closed doors. The incident took place at a popular New York nightclub sometime around 2012, where Big Homie was hanging out with model Don Benjamin, known for his work on America's Next Top Model, and one of Don's close friends, a gay man. According to Big Homie's account, this was the night everything clicked for him about what was really going on in Busta's VIP scenes. He claims that as soon as they arrived, Busta's energy shifted. The rapper supposedly locked eyes with Don's friend, and, within moments, made an aggressive move toward him. Big Homie described it as if Busta lunged forward, grabbing the man and pulling him directly into his VIP section. The bodyguard said the man looked startled but unsure how to respond. After all, this was one of hip-hop's biggest legends showing him attention. From that point on, Busta allegedly made sure the man didn't leave his side for the rest of the night, keeping him close and speaking to him in a way that made everyone around uncomfortable. The story didn't stop there. Big Homie claimed that this wasn't an isolated event, but something he'd witnessed more than once. He said that Busta Rhymes had a pattern of targeting specific men he found attractive and then using his influence to keep them in his orbit. Every time he came to the club, Big Homie said, people knew what he wanted. He'd pick out who he liked and nobody would question it. The implication was clear. This was standard operating procedure, not some passing rumor. What made the story go viral wasn't just the shocking details, but also the people involved. Don Benjamin's name gave the claim a sense of credibility among fans familiar with the modeling and entertainment scene. Social media lit up with posts dissecting the timeline, with many wondering whether anyone else from that night might speak up to confirm or deny what happened. Still, as sensational as the claims sound, there's no independent verification or video proof, only Big Homie's testimony. The discussion, however, raises deeper questions about celebrity power, silence, and the way fame allows alleged misconduct to go unchecked. The fact that these stories are now surfacing publicly has fans divided, some calling them long overdue, and others labeling them attention-grabbing lies.
How long has it been like this known about Busta Rhymes?
Well, I knew about this like in 2012. I knew about this in 2012.
How can we think nobody else speaks up on it or says anything?
Because, bro, these people admire these people so much. They want to make sure they in the section, they at the club, they at the video shoot, they can get backstage. That matter most to them. That matters so much to people. It's crazy. Like, but if you notice, like, there's countless videos of Busta Rhymes getting mad at females for just being girls.
Just when the story around Busta Rhymes seemed to have reached its peak, former child star Orlando Brown entered the conversation, and as expected, the internet erupted. Known for his unpredictable interviews and viral soundbites, Orlando made a shocking claim that reignited rumors about down-low behavior in the music industry. During a sit-down that quickly went viral, he alleged that he had sexual encounters with several major rappers, including Busta Rhymes, Diddy, Drake, and Bow Wow. While this wasn't the first time Orlando made sensational statements about celebrities, the timing, coming right after Busta's ex-bodyguard's revelations, made people pay closer attention. In the interview, Orlando didn't mince words. He spoke about being turned out by high-profile artists and hinted that much of the entertainment industry hides behind carefully maintained images. He claimed that what people see on stage, the aggressive posturing, the expensive fashion, the alpha male energy, is often a facade to conceal secret lives filled with manipulation, control, and hypocrisy. For years, fans dismissed these kinds of stories as the rants of a troubled actor. But now, in light of ongoing scandals surrounding Diddy and other industry figures, Orlando's words suddenly sounded less like random chaos and more like fragments of a disturbing, bigger picture. Critics argue that Orlando's history of substance abuse and mental health struggles makes it impossible to take his claims at face value. Yet others see him as a truth-teller in disguise, someone using eccentricity as a shield to speak openly about what others are too afraid to reveal. Online discussions have dissected his interviews frame by frame, pointing out that in his calmer, more coherent moments, he seems lucid and deliberate, as though he knows more than he's letting on. Adding fuel to the speculation, Orlando's mention of Diddy connected his narrative to a long-running conversation about powerful figures in hip-hop allegedly using their status for exploitation. His reference to Busta Rhymes tied that web of rumors even tighter, especially since both men have faced whispers about their private lives for years. Whether Orlando is telling the truth, exaggerating, or simply blending fantasy with reality, his statements have become impossible to ignore. What was once dismissed as celebrity gossip is now forcing fans and insiders alike to question how much of Hollywood's glitz hides something darker beneath the surface. As rumors about Busta Rhymes spread across social media, Few were surprised when 50 Cent decided to jump into the conversation. Known for his signature blend of trolling and calculated provocation, 50 saw an opportunity to both entertain his followers and subtly ignite more speculation. He posted an old, now iconic image of Busta from the 1999 MTV Video Music Awards, the one where Busta wore a bright yellow, futuristic outfit that has since become meme material. The caption was brief but suggestive, enough to send fans into overdrive trying to decode what he was implying. The post immediately went viral, with thousands of comments ranging from laughter to sharp curiosity. Some viewers interpreted it as harmless fun, just 50 being 50, poking at another rapper for sport. Others, however, felt it was more than that. Given the timing of the allegations and the resurfaced discussions about Busta's alleged VIP behavior, many believed 50 was intentionally drawing attention to the rumors while maintaining plausible deniability.
If Busta ever try to front on me, hit you with no delay, so what you saying, yo? Silly with that 9 milli, what the devil, yo? Yeah, I do his better than him. He better not play with me. I will and perform Busta Rhymes show. Look, man, if they try to say that if they ever thought that the Busta Rhymes was better than me, you crazy.
He never mentioned the allegations directly, but the insinuation was powerful enough to reignite the conversation that Busta was trying to avoid. Busta Rhymes didn't stay quiet. In true performer fashion, he clapped back almost immediately with a playful jab of his own. He posted an AI-generated image of 50 Cent, mocking his physique and wardrobe, captioning it with his signature swagger, "The blessings don't stop, so we ain't ever gonna stop." He later doubled down with another post, joking, "I thought it was Father's Day. 50, you out here looking like this?" The exchanges kept fans entertained for days as the two hip-hop heavyweights traded barbs online. But beneath the humor, fans weren't laughing. Comment sections across multiple platforms started filling with messages urging Busta to address the serious accusations rather than hide behind jokes. One user wrote, "He can't meme his way out of this." Another commented, "We've heard these stories for years. Now people are finally speaking up." Whether 50's post was a calculated move or just typical internet mischief, it undeniably forced Busta back into the spotlight, not for his music, but for the growing cloud of controversy surrounding his name.
And I'm walking across the street and Busta Rhymes just grabbed my hand. And he holding my hand. Now I ain't know it was Busta at first. You know, Busta Rhymes tall. I'm sure I came up to about right here. So the first thing I noticed was this big ass flip mode chain that was blinding me.
As the internet continued dissecting the new allegations against Busta Rhymes, fans began revisiting his controversial past, specifically a history of public outbursts and strong anti-LGBTQ remarks that, in hindsight, seemed to clash with the recent accusations. The video by Star Hype resurfaced multiple incidents dating back nearly 2 decades, painting a complex and often contradictory picture of a man who publicly condemned homosexuality while now being accused of behavior that suggests the opposite. One of the earliest controversies dates back to 2006, when the New York Post reported that Busta allegedly lashed out at a male fan who tapped him on the shoulder to congratulate him after a performance. Instead of accepting the compliment, Busta allegedly exploded, yelling a homophobic slur before turning to his bodyguard and saying, "I hate expletive men." Witnesses claimed the fan was visibly shocked and humiliated, while others described Busta's reaction as aggressive and unnecessary. The incident went largely unpunished at the time, but it resurfaced years later as an example of the rapper's volatile attitude toward men who approached him respectfully.
Never heard of him.
Model dude, like a model guy. He be doing like some rapping and stuff. His name Don Benjamin. I'm out with Don Benjamin. And the club we ended up going to, Busta Rhymes in there. Oh, I knew about this like in 2012. I knew about this in 2012.
A year later, in 2007, Busta appeared in a televised interview where a reporter asked him directly about homophobia in hip-hop and whether he thought the culture would ever embrace an openly gay rapper. His reaction was immediate. He glared, refused to answer, and abruptly walked out of the interview. The moment went viral, reinforcing his image as someone openly hostile to the LGBTQ community. At the time, his stance didn't draw as much backlash as it would today, but it added to a growing perception of him as an artist resistant to change and self-reflection. Fast forward to the present, and those same clips have taken on new meaning. Fans online are questioning whether Busta's past behavior was driven by internalized homophobia or what some are calling self-conflict. Many comments speculate that his loud rejection of gay culture might have been a mask, a way to distance himself from rumors and insecurities. Some users even suggested that his public aggression toward women and men could stem from deeper self-hate or fear of exposure. It's a harsh narrative, but one that has quickly gained traction online. Memes, commentaries, and discussion threads now juxtapose Busta's anti-gay statements with the recent claims of his alleged attraction to men, turning his past words into a weapon against him. Whether these resurfaced clips represent genuine homophobia or something more complex, one thing is clear: the internet never forgets. And as old footage continues to circulate, it's rewriting the public's perception of Busta Rhymes in real time.
We come from a very homosexual era of hip hop as well. There was a radio personality once upon a time. Her name was Wendy Williams, and she was practically burned at the stake for talking about such. And now it's all come full circle.
The drama surrounding Busta Rhymes took another twist when commentators began connecting his name to the infamous down low exposés led by Wendy Williams in the early 2000s. Long before social media gossip blogs or YouTube Tea channels existed, Wendy built her radio career by fearlessly calling out what she claimed were hidden truths about the music industry. During her time on New York's Hot 97, she frequently hinted that several male rappers were secretly living double lives, and according to the Star Hype video, one of the names that kept resurfacing on her call-in shows was Busta Rhymes. Wendy's accusations were bold, even by today's standards. She not only suggested that certain rappers were on the down low, but claimed to have insider sources who'd personally witnessed them engaging in secret relationships with men. In one shocking radio segment, now wiped from the internet but still remembered by her longtime listeners, a caller alleged that Busta physically assaulted him after a private encounter, reportedly punching the man and threatening him to keep quiet. The story was dismissed as tabloid gossip at the time, but it's now being revisited in light of the recent resurgence of similar claims. The Star Hype video also revisits Jaguar Wright, a singer known for her outspoken commentary about corruption and abuse in the industry. Jaguar recently validated much of what Wendy once said, insisting that Wendy wasn't crazy for calling out powerful men like Diddy and Busta. She argued that Wendy's career was effectively derailed after she exposed what she called the homo thug culture in hip-hop, a coded phrase for artists who presented a hyper-masculine image publicly but allegedly lived differently in private. Jaguar even claimed that Diddy used his influence to get Wendy fired from Hot 97, forcing her to rebuild her career from scratch in Philadelphia. These revived stories draw a web of connections between Busta Rhymes, Diddy, and others who were close during that era, suggesting that shared secrets may have bound them together. Whether these are legitimate revelations or recycled gossip remains uncertain, but the resurfacing of Wendy's and Jaguar's testimonies has given new credibility to old whispers. Once dismissed as baseless rumors, these early exposés are now being reconsidered as part of a long pattern of power, secrecy, and retaliation within the music industry, one that may finally be unraveling in public view. One of the most intriguing and troubling aspects of the Star Hype video is how it ties Busta Rhymes to Diddy, suggesting their connection runs far deeper than friendship or professional respect. The two hip-hop heavyweights have known each other since the early 1990s, often seen side by side at exclusive industry events, parties, and music video sets. But according to multiple sources cited in the video, their bond wasn't just about music. It was allegedly rooted in shared secrets and mutual protection. The video revisits a series of photos and clips showing Busta and Diddy throughout the years, laughing backstage, hanging in VIP sections, and attending lavish parties with the same tight inner circle, including Jay-Z, Jennifer Lopez, J-Lo, Aaliyah, and Hype Williams. What seems like harmless camaraderie now takes on a different tone when framed against recent allegations involving Diddy's alleged misconduct and secret lifestyle. Commentators speculate that Busta and Diddy shared a code of silence, a pact formed from mutual understanding and the fear that exposure of one could bring down the other. According to the Star Hype narration, their relationship began showing cracks only recently. In late 2023, weeks before Cassie Ventura filed her explosive lawsuit against Diddy, Busta was still publicly supporting him, appearing at events and praising him on social media. But after federal investigations into Diddy's alleged crimes were announced, Busta noticeably distanced himself. The video interprets this sudden silence as a strategic move, an attempt to separate his brand from a friend whose empire was collapsing. Some online commentators went even further, pointing to old photos that allegedly showed Diddy looking at Busta like he was dinner, using it as symbolic proof of an intimacy that blurred personal and professional boundaries. The video doesn't claim to confirm any romantic involvement, but suggests that shared interests in younger men may have been an open secret within their social circles. Still, what keeps this narrative so magnetic isn't just the gossip. It's the pattern of loyalty, denial, and deflection that seems to follow both men. For decades, Busta Rhymes and Diddy represented power, swagger, and dominance in hip-hop. Now they're being re-examined through a darker lens, one that questions whether their brotherhood was built on more than fame, and whether years of silence are finally catching up to them. As whispers about Busta Rhymes' secret life swirl, the Star Hype video closes by unpacking a long trail of public incidents that many fans say reveal a darker, more violent side of the rapper, one that perfectly mirrors the hypocrisy the narrator accuses the industry of hiding. From lawsuits to street altercations, the story paints a picture of a man whose explosive temper often spilled far beyond the stage. Back in 2006, Busta allegedly attacked a man who accidentally spit on his car outside a Manhattan nightclub. That same year, prosecutors tried to charge him for keeping a machete in his vehicle, a bizarre detail that underscored how volatile he'd become. Then in 2007, things escalated further when he was arrested for allegedly assaulting his former driver over unpaid wages. He eventually pled guilty to 2 misdemeanor assault charges, landing 3 years of probation. But the violence didn't end there. By 2009, reports surfaced that Busta had to pay $75,000 to a fan who claimed the rapper and his bodyguard attacked him after a concert simply because he tried to leave before the encore. According to witnesses, Busta threw multiple water bottles while yelling insults before his bodyguard punched the man in the face. Small incidents added up into a consistent pattern: fury, control, and intimidation. The Star Hype narrator draws a sharp line between those past assaults and the new allegations about Busta's private life. If the claims about aggression toward women, employees, and male escorts are true, the story suggests they all stem from the same place: self-conflict and unchecked power. In public, he projected toughness and pride. Behind closed doors, he allegedly lashed out at anyone who made him feel vulnerable. The video's final minutes hit hard. In a world where Diddy, Busta Rhymes, and other hip-hop icons once stood as untouchable giants, audiences are beginning to peel back the facade. The same artists who defined swagger and dominance are now being forced to confront rumors of abuse, hypocrisy, and secrecy. Whether these stories are truth, exaggeration, or a blend of both, one fact is undeniable: the conversation around accountability in hip-hop has changed forever. Viewers are left asking, is Busta Rhymes just another casualty of fame's dark side, or has the mask finally slipped on one of rap's loudest voices? Drop your thoughts below. Do you believe these claims hold weight? Or is this just another wave of industry gossip gone too far? This is ScoopRadar, where truth and rumor collide, and the story never ends.